Clearly, introductions are surplus to requirements. How nice it is to welcome Donna to the store. She hasn't been here in London properly for 5 years.
London for me really says the world. You know, everybody said it's about New York, but right now I think London really encompasses the entire world. And London was actually, for a lot of you might know, is the first place that I did both my freestanding stores. So London really is a home for me.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you.
I know that Donna really doesn't need any introduction, but she became a heroine of mine and many women back in the 80s when she exploded onto the fashion world with the capsule wardrobe and 7 easy pieces. You were the woman who gave us wardrobe essentials. So what are wardrobe essentials to you now? Has that changed?
So the 7 easy pieces really started from my basic practice of yoga and the bodysuit. Obviously the leotard, and how you take off from there. You know, with the bodysuit, you can make a pant look like a jumpsuit and a skirt look like a dress. And then you throw on your must-have jacket and a must-have sweater, an evening piece, and scarf. Oh my God, my scarf.
Okay.
A scarf is, if anyone would say to me what's your most important item in the world, it's a scarf. I just left mine behind because it really does cover up everything you want to cover up and shows everything you want to show.
What's your pet fashion hate, then?
Fashion. No, I really think things that are out there for a season or a reason, that's just the ego of a designer and the fashion world. I'm not saying that I don't love fashion. And the beauty of fashion is when the fashion is you're the fashion, not me. I just supply the tools, you know, each and every season. So as an artist, as a designer, I love to design. You know, and sometimes I have a lot of fantasies and sometimes I don't. This kind of collection that you'll see today is a little bit of a fantasy.
Okay, well, actually, that's timely. Why don't we have a look at some clothes? This is the first dress.
This collection was based on a book about my husband, and he was a sculptor and an artist. And
you were talking about this as sculpture for the body, weren't you?
So the body is a piece of sculpture, you know, and fabric talks. It's the same way that clay talks or your pencil talks as an artist. And these fabrics, you know, for you guys right now, it just looks like gray, but the hand of the fabric and the feel of the fabric allows your body to really come alive. And of course, the suit. Why do I do suits? That's a whole other question. My father was a custom tailor, and I guess it's in my blood. I love designing suits. I really do love designing suits. Now, this jacket, this is sort of a preview for spring. I like it too. You know, it's like, okay, what are your 7 easy pieces? The black skirt, the white shirt, you kind of got it now, the jacket, the pant. A shot of lipstick color.
A shot of color is... we were talking earlier about how much easier it is to get color into a resort collection. Is that something that, because black, white and grey are very much a part of Donna's signature and something that I absolutely love. I find my wardrobe works almost completely around black, white and grey, but it is fabulous to see a shot of color like this, no?
Red, pink, they're sort of like your lips and it's part of nature.
So they're almost neutrals as well?
Yeah, it's just who you are. You're a woman. That kind of color is woman color. I love pink. I do love pink. You know, that blush color you have on your cheeks. Just anything that's pure natural. As I said, a lot of this collection is part of my passion for my husband and the sculpture of a woman's body, the shine. I mean, you're going out at night and you got to have some jewelry. Might as well put it on your clothes.
Explain to us the whole idea of the cold shoulder. Because that was something that we came to know with Hillary Clinton, wasn't it, when she was the First Lady?
Guaranteed the only place you never gain weight is on your shoulder. I promise you. Your neck, any other part of you, forget, you get old, it doesn't look good. But your shoulders never change. I wore this dress, and I am not a size 4 or a 2. People say to me, why drape, why drape? It really covers up what you want to cover up. You know, it allows you to wear whatever you want to wear.
And that almost looks as simple as if she's tied a bed sheet around her, doesn't it?
Yeah.
After quite a seamy evening.
If anybody's getting married, you have 2 wedding dresses here. Now, where do they make wedding dresses in black?
Saudi Arabia.
Is it Saudi Arabia?
I think so.
Okay, this is a wedding dress for Saudi Arabia. But, and a bad girl who's getting married twice.
I just wanted to ask a bit about your career, because you've had such incredible success and longevity, and you really are one of fashion stayers. What do you do to keep your energy up? Is there a secret potion?
Everybody knows I drink green juice, right? Got my in the morning. I'm a yogi, so I start my morning with yoga. Green juice. I basically eat a healthy diet, but I have a real bad passion for bittersweet dark chocolate. So when I need a little bit of an energy boost, I go to the dark chocolate. I really love it, but I love green. I love spinach. I love broccoli. I'm a green fanatic. One collection, I once did an all green collection, and I don't mean green. I mean the color green. I had this thing in my head that, look how many greens there are in life. It was the silliest thing I ever did, and they said, Donna, don't you need another color like white? And I said, no, it's green and green, 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 green. And it is really a love and a passion that I have for nature and, you know, and nature around us. And we've got to be responsible for that. So I eat a lot of green, do a lot of yoga, and I work really hard. And I don't consider it work. I consider it living.
Come back. Thank you for coming tonight.
Only if you ask me.
You can come back. You can come and live here. Donna Karan London. It sounds so good. DK UK.
Okay. Not a bad idea.
But, exactly. Okay, we'll talk afterwards. Thank you very much.
Just give me a chance.
Okay, I think we can safely call that a triumph.
It was wonderful. It was warm. You were spectacular. The audience was wonderful. But, you know, I prefer doing shows like that, you know, because you can connect with the people.
Yeah.
That, for me, is important. You know, because you do all these runway shows and you put your heart and soul and you work on it for so long, and nobody understands why you did what you did.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and this gives us an opportunity to really talk to the consumer.
I must say, I am a sucker for a runway show, but you are one of the few designers, your clothes really do come to life off the runway in a very particular way, because they really...
Well, I hope you are the clothes. This is not mine. It's yours. And I hope that you're never wearing my clothes.
It's
you're
not
wearing
a costume.
your clothes.
No, absolutely.
You know, it's part of who you are and what you are, and I think that, at least that's what I strive for.
Yeah, when I went to try on this dress yesterday, and you've got an amazing sales assistant in your new Donna Karan space, which I have to say is hugely glamorous, everyone, and it's one of my favourite corners in the store. But I went in yesterday and I felt a bit bleh, because we'd had a couple of really tough meetings, and I wasn't feeling in 100% tip-top form, and she pointed out this dress to me because I was going to go for something pink. I thought I needed something to hide behind, and she said, no, try that dress. I can't tell you what a tonic this dress is. And your clothes are a tonic. They really are.
Designing, for me, is a very personal thing to the consumer. So when I hear people are happy about it, then I feel good.
Good.
Because that's, at the end of the day, it really is. When somebody is in that dressing room and she looks good in the clothes, then I feel good. If she doesn't, I feel terrible.
Job
done. Oh my God, then I really, messed up.
And I bet you come across women all the time who've had stuff in their wardrobe for a very long time from their Donna Karan collection.
Out of everything, that's what they did say to me. Your clothes don't go out of style. You know, I said, this good news, bad news. No, they really don't. You know, you go into my closet, all it is, it gets blacker and blacker and blacker.
We're constantly challenged by this new market, by digital, which you have mastered rather wonderfully, by multi-channel retailing, all of these buzzwords that kind of frighten us sometimes. Something that you picked up from your husband, joining the dots, is something that chimes with me a lot in terms of my daily life. And you clearly use it a lot in your work. Is that one of your guiding principles now, joining the dots? It seems like such a sensible way to...
You know, it's
to work and live.
The way he connected the dots, you know, there's the editorial level of it, but the actual level, he put dots on a piece of paper, drew at, and whatever happened.
Yeah.
That's what I do with fabric. I take a piece of fabric and I throw it on the body. I never know what I'm designing. Okay. You know, it's just, fabric talks. Okay. So it tells me it's a relationship between the fabric and the body. Where on a cerebral level, where I do connect the dots, I hope, you know, is in her mind, her body, and her spirit, and addressing, like you said, you weren't feeling good. It wasn't what you were wearing on your outside, it was how you were feeling on your inside. You know, that is what I have to care about. It was one thing I did want to say, why I always do peg skirts. You know, because women are generally round in the hip, and if you cut them straight, they just look big.
So
you know, from the hip down, all they do is look large.
Okay.
So when you peg it in, she looks sexy again.
Exactly.
You know, I don't mind when I cut them really big. You know, that's a flirtatious, you know, moment of size. But when you peg the skirt, guarantee the woman will look narrower. And I make sure that it's as pegged as I can do and she can walk.
Well, thank you for all those optical illusions, which work so well for everybody, and thank you so much for coming to London.
Oh, coming for you? You know, Betty says I got to go to London. No, I don't have to. I happen to love London. Good. You don't really have to break my arm to come to London.
Okay, I think London loves you back.
You know, and it's. I feel like it's a home. You know, so I like it sometimes better than New York, but you did not hear me say that.